How's it going, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the WWE Backlash review right here on No Holds Barred Wrestling Podcast. We're your Canadian-based WWE podcast that talks about the WWE and No Holds Barred, and anything we say, pun intended. Every week, we have a weekly show, the Raw and SmackDown review show, the Lowdown show, and it's also on Spreaker where we're doing this show, the Backlash review. Spreaker.com/NHBWP. It is available on the website or on the Spreaker app, available for all Android and Apple devices. And after we are done recording on here, it'll be available on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/NHBWP, iTunes, and Stitcher Radio by searching up the Lowdown Show. So go check us out where it's easier and convenient for you to listen to us. You can follow the podcast on Twitter at No Holds Barred WP. And join in on the conversations and have your thoughts and questions read right here on the air. They're also available on Facebook and Instagram by searching up No Holds Barred WP. All links will be in the description on YouTube in the description box below. I'm your host, the self-proclaimed greatest host, Kyle Masters, and I'm continuing to be joined by my corporate co-host. He is the blissful boss, Mr. Corbin himself, Corporate Cappy.
Don't hinder gender.
No, my God. I knew you were going to open with that.
Fucking right I am.
Don't hinder. I don't know, man. I'm still on the fence with hindering gender and all this Maharaja nonsense. But, Glorious Craig's in the chat. Hey, what's going on, Glorious Craig?
You guys are enjoying your long weekend.
Yeah.
We have to get up early in the morning tomorrow to go to our Collecticon show.
Yeah, he's like, how about that ending, huh? How about that ending? Let me adjust my mic here. God. What an ending.
I loved it.
I'm actually upset we didn't get a Rusev, though. I honestly thought we'd get a Rusev interference. Like, what the hell? Okay, so he said he was going to be on SmackDown this week. Didn't appear on SmackDown, so everyone's thinking, okay, Rusev's going to show up at Backlash. Where was Rusev?
Maybe he's probably going to appear on SmackDown on Tuesday. He's probably going to be in the Money in the Bank match.
Yeah.
Because they can't have him versus Jinder now.
No, I know. Got to have the Randy Orton rematch. He's owed a rematch clause. The great WWE rematch clause. Yeah, guys.
Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, welcome to the WWE Backlash review here.
Yep.
And in a little bit, we'll be taking Skype calls. So if you're listening right now and you want to call into the show, we'll be taking it right after review. We'll talk some Backlash, see what your reactions were, and just talk some wrestling, guys. So if you guys haven't already, add us on Skype. The Lowdown Show, all separate words, all start with the capitals. I will add you to the contact list, and you'll be able to call in to the show right here on Skype, and we'll patch you through, and we'll talk some wrestling, guys. You don't have to have a webcam or anything. You're able to just voice call us, so call into the show. It's free, guys. Just call us up on Skype.
Tell us what you think.
What do you think? So we'll start off with the review. And, well, we'll start with the pre-show, I guess. And our hometown boy, Ty Dillinger, facing the guy he's been facing for like the last month, Aiden English, even in dark matches.
The Picasso of Pain, the Maestro of Mayhem.
Oh, yeah.
He cut a great heel song promo.
I thought it was good.
I liked it.
I thought it was really good.
It was great. He's getting, like, legit heat.
He is getting legit heat.
He's being a really good heel.
And you called this, too. Remember, you called that the whole singing gimmick was going to happen as soon as they broke off from the Vaudevillains.
Yeah, as soon as Gotch got fired.
And it's working out so far. I think this was definitely a progression in the singing gimmick of
Aiden English.
And Ty Dillinger cutting a pretty good promo on him, too, earlier today with the whole throwing a tissue at him and telling him not to cry. That was pretty good. Good work by our boy Dillinger.
It was good for a pre-show match. Like, this could have been on the main card over the Rowan and Harper match.
Yep.
That match was horrible.
Yep.
But anything else I took away from this was Dillinger was over as fuck.
Yep. So over. Like, the 300 sections way above that he noticed and pointed at all had 10 signs. Like, an entire section.
It's like
That's
one
incredible.
guy brought like 100 signs.
Like, is this guy not over? Like, what the hell? Are they blind? Does everyone not see the money in Ty Dillinger?
And we'll skip all the way to Talking Smack. We just watched that as well.
Yeah.
With him on it.
He cut a good promo on Talking Smack.
And they were saying, like, if Jinder can be champion, why can't I?
Yeah, and Dillinger cut a pretty good promo on what's next for Dillinger and basically teasing the Money in the Bank match. I could honestly see Ty Dillinger with the Money in the Bank briefcase. I don't think anyone else can disagree. I know there's a lot of signs pointing towards Baron Corbin, and I know it would suit Baron Corbin, but I would also love a Ty Dillinger with that briefcase. That would be amazing.
I mean, I think we'd all biasly love that, but...
Yeah.
If WWE thinks he's ready yet, I don't know.
But into the pre-show match,
It was okay.
it was all right. It was longer than what we've seen with
It
them.
was like 15 minutes, 10,
Yeah.
15 minutes, I think.
Oh.
English started crying in the middle of the match again.
I think the pre-show starting at 7 o'clock is a little early. I think the panelists get bored and they got to include like stupid shit like Eric Rowan coming in.
Can you talk about that? Because you hated
like
that.
twice. Eric Rowan came in twice. Okay, once they were talking, and he just kind of stood in front of the camera. I'm like, what the fuck am I looking at here? Like, what is Eric Rowan doing in front of my TV?
The second time, he actually sat down.
Then he actually sat down and started pulling out random masks, and I'm like, what? What is going on here? Like, it made no sense, and he took like Rosenberg's scarf and like tried to tie it on, and it didn't tie on properly, and he threw it away
and just left.
I'm like, what am I watching? Why did I need to see that?
Because this is the filler hour pre-show that we have to get.
They need to start the pre-show at 7:30 like they used to.
Anymore? They used to
right
start at
on the
7:30.
dot 7:30. Talk for the first 15 minutes and have a match the next 15 minutes. You don't need to have all this filler garbage.
We have promos for every match
that we see already
on the show.
That we see on the show, but we already see them in the pre-show.
And we've already seen them 100 times on SmackDown the last 2 weeks. And Raw, probably.
Oh, man, it's just...
Then they get to the ending of the match, and he gets the tiebreaker for the win with his new tiebreaker finish.
I like that new tiebreaker. It's safer. Our buddy Manny pointed it out. It's a lot safer than what he used to do. And in terms of, I can see what he means by that, because the previous Ty Dillinger finisher... It would land on the back of his head, and this time it's facing forward, so the wrestler has a chance to protect himself better. Yeah. So, whatever. I like it. It makes it look good, too. So, good for Ty Dillinger winning at his first pay-per-view, although it's in their kickoff show, but...
He got over, so hopefully the backstage people saw how
he's on
over
a streak.
He was.
He's on a streak, man. 4 wins in a row. That's including the dark match.
And then we got news during this pre-show that you were pretty pissed off about what the first match was going to be.
Oh, yeah. So during the pre-show, it was announced that Ziggler and Nakamura would go on first. I've seen mixed reactions on Twitter. My honest opinion is I wouldn't have put it at the beginning of the show. I know you want to open a pay-per-view with a bang. They could have done a better job. They could have opened with the tag team titles. I think that would have been hilarious and a good opening. The way they did the tag team title match tonight, they could have opened with that. I think the crowd would have been hype after that. But the way that they start with Nakamura and Ziggler, it kind of, and I agree with some people how it ruined the effect, and it didn't feel as hype as it should have been. But what I was saying earlier, it kind of made sense for what they did. I think if we made it too hype and it was way over the top, it would have been hard to follow. Like, all the other wrestlers would have been like, hey, what the hell do we do now? Like, that's definitely match of the night, and it was the first match of the night. Like, how the hell are we supposed to top that? So, like, I don't know. To me, I'm on the fence about it as well, but they did put on a good performance. And we'll get into it right now. So we open up with Shinsuke and Dolph Ziggler.
Pop.
Huge reaction for Ziggler. The exact reaction WWE was going for.
And this is why we said that saving him was the right idea.
Yeah, look at the reaction you got in Chicago. Now you save him for the next pay-per-view, which is at Money in the Bank. And I don't know what city they're in for that. Regardless, if you save him the right way, he's going to get a big reaction in that city as well. Whether he's there or not, maybe, I don't know if he's going to be in the Money in the Bank ladder match itself, or he has another singles match. Who knows? I don't know what's next for Nakamura. Who knows?
And you save that nostalgia of what is Nakamura, the artist.
Yeah, I know that the live events starting now are going to be Kevin Owens and Nakamura for the U.S. title. I don't know if that's going to progress to an on-screen feud. If that's the case, then I'm actually all for that. Owens versus Nakamura for the U.S. title. But fucking take my money right now.
I don't think we've seen the end of Owens and Styles. That's what we saw tonight.
Yeah, definitely not. So we'll see. So it's kind of a we'll see thing. They put on a good match, though. Nakamura and Ziggler, really decent match.
It was like the same spots we usually get. The only spot that I really saw was unique was the super kick to the back of the head of Nakamura for the near fall.
Yeah. That was really close because Nakamura, it's the sell job that was the highlight of that.
Both these guys could sell like no other.
And Nakamura basically sold like he just died.
It looked he got a concussion basically.
Yeah.
And Kinshasa for the win.
I honestly we were saying it during the show, we wish Corey Graves was still here to yell, Kinshasa! Tom Phillips does absolutely nothing for me, so he'll never be able to do it. Even if he tried it, I tell him to just stop right away. You're not Corey Graves.
They should just get a voice recording of Graves doing it.
Or they should have Corey Graves come and just do Nakamura's matches, like a Jim Ross kind of thing. I don't know.
Special guest commentator. But I thought it was a good opening match.
Yeah. It was great. You know what? I agree with the aspect of it. I guess the hype for the show, and I don't agree with the right match for the opening of the show. But again, I'm on the fence about it, and the fence that I lean towards it being good about opening the show. I understand why it was a good idea to open the show.
But
so.
I saw what you were saying about how they were hyping the whole pay-per-view behind him, all the promos and the friggin' graphic had him on it.
Yeah, but then they opened the show. You'd figure that'd be like the main event. But it's a lot with, and I think about it more, a lot of WWE posters do that. Like, I remember No Mercy last year. Miz was on the cover, but he wasn't in the main event. But, so,
But it's a great opening feud for Nakamura. Ziggler's a great wrestler, so
yeah.
it makes him look really good.
Yeah, I agree.
Move on to the next match.
Next match. What was the next match?
Breezango versus the
Usos. It
was
the tag team match.
God.
So we opened up with two good matches.
This wasn't the best technical match, but this was very entertaining.
Oh my god, was this ever entertaining? I don't understand. I actually read tweets of people hating on this. I'm like, how can you hate on this? This was hilarious.
My boy at Mark Top Shelf 22 said that this was match of the year. No, I don't want to go that far. But he said,
did you watch the UK Championship last night?
I think he meant like entertainment value. Like that was great.
Maybe it's the most entertaining match of the year.
Yeah, I don't know about match of the year. I hope he's exaggerating on that.
Yeah.
But Breeze comes out looking like a janitor.
Yeah, the janitor from the Fashion Files. Like, if you remember the last episode of the Fashion Files, he had like a personality disorder because he thought he was getting into the mind of still being a janitor. He's losing it. I just love how Breezango didn't even acknowledge it. He acknowledged it on the Fashion Files. He didn't acknowledge it in the ring. But the crowd got so behind it when he got tagged to go in the match. They were chanting the mop.
He was still mopping in the ring. Like he was using the mop to wipe the
But the way he used it to his like entering technique to not get disqualified was amazing, and it was entertaining.
Yeah.
And then
he stopped.
He stopped with it, and then eventually Fandango got in there. And Fandango's an incredible wrestler. Like if you guys were paying attention to exactly what Fandango was doing in the ring, guy's insane, man. The guy is so good at what he does, and the what he put up in this match was it was awesome. The guy is a credible singles wrestler if he wants to be.
Yeah, Breeze was more of the comic relief in this match, even though he's a great wrestler on his own. But he was more in the comedic spots in this match. Like the mop ended up getting snapped in half by one of the Usos, and the crowd like booed heavily. And you want me to talk about what happened next?
Hey, we got a costume change in the middle of the match.
Because Breeze went out to the apron. I don't know what happened, and he came back looking like an old lady in a dress with a cane.
Oh
he
my!
Gets tagged in, the cane gets lost, and
freaking Usos kick the cane. He's like, "Yeah, I'll kick an old lady's cane."
And then he flashes the Uso, and
he does the whole. If you guys remember Vito from SmackDown back in like 2003, 2004, he used to wear a dress coming out. I remember when Vito used to like put the dress over someone's head.
And he flashed him, distracted him, and then one of the Usos ended up ripping it off and threw it at JBL, and the crowd popped for that.
Yeah. Because it's basically like the Usos bullying JBL, JBL getting a taste of his own medicine.
Oh yeah, he did the Grandma Buster.
Yeah, Grandma Breeze. Remember that Grandma Breeze? The commentators acknowledged it after we said it.
Yeah, and Tyler Breeze actually got an unprettier in this match, showed with the Christian.
Yeah,
and for a near fall.
Yeah, I think Christian. I think Christian's unprettier. The guy wouldn't have kicked out, and someone called it out on me on Twitter, and he still says that people have kicked out of it. And I'm like, you just don't get it. You don't get what I'm trying to say. It's okay.
At the ending of the match, they end up throwing Breeze over the barricade, and Fandango was going for a leg drop, and he ended up getting super kicked by one of the Usos.
Yeah.
Off the top rope, and the Usos retained.
Yeah. Mason Dunbar is not you, not your tweet. Relax. There's some other guy. Okay.
I thought it was a very entertaining match.
Okay.
The match quality wasn't great, but it was a comedic relief.
Yeah, but the Usos retaining, like I picked them to retain.
I did too, but I really hope that they don't.
I think it's New Day. New Day's coming back, and they're going to be feuding with the Usos.
I know, but I just don't want Breezango to fall into the Ascension irrelevance pool again.
Yeah.
I want them to stay credible because
maybe
the crowd actually got behind them with this whole Fashion Files thing.
Maybe they'll keep the Breezango in the same feud. Like I know the New Day will come back. Maybe they'll incorporate all three teams. Who knows? And maybe we'll get something to do with American Alpha because who knows where the hell they are.
Do we have the milk carton for them yet?
I keep forgetting to make that.
Have you seen this tag team?
I got to make that.
Next, Sami Zayn versus Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
Pretty decent match, I would say.
Yeah. Oh, God, look at this. In the chat, Juggy Brown. Hey, guys, the big dog is still at work, so have not seen the show, but all hail Juicer Mahal. Hashtag steroid push. Hashtag the big dog. Hashtag fuck you, Greg. Hashtag suck my ass, Casey Salvis. Oh God, Juggy, man.
You should love the steroid pushes. Your boy was on roids.
God.
Anyways, let's get into the Zayn and Corbin match. Pretty good match.
Yeah.
JBL made some stupid comment in the middle of the match. I quoted it. Maybe a cockroach doesn't know it's a cockroach. Thanks, JBL.
Yeah, sick.
That was literally the only thing I wrote down for this match.
Yeah. It was all right. It was just... We got sidetracked a little bit talking about it. I kind of pay attention more because my boy Corbin was in it, and I have to pay attention to him. I thought it was just a good back and forth kind of match. Nothing pay-per-view quality.
It was a good like SmackDown match.
Yeah.
Like not like a pay-per-view quality match.
I think it only benefited Sami Zayn because he actually got a pay-per-view win.
Wow.
Over Corbin clean.
Corbin went into the corner and missed it, hit his head off the corner, and then got haluva kicked out of nowhere.
And I thought there was going to be at least a kick out of one haluva kick.
Nope.
That was crazy.
I mean, I'm happy for Zayn that he finally gets a win against somebody, but I just don't know why they would kill Corbin's momentum. Mm-hmm. Especially after he's been facing like Styles and Orton and like the top guys the last couple weeks, and he loses to Zayn. It just kind of like brings him down.
Unless this is where I think that the whole Money in the Bank thing is going to tie into, and this is why he's going to win it. He's going to kill his momentum right now, but he's going to regain it by winning the Money in the Bank briefcase, so we'll see what happens.
I mean, he dominated 95% of the match.
Yeah. And nothing taken away from Sami Zayn. Guy's an incredible wrestler.
He's finally got a win.
And he's finally got a win. It's about time, man. So I'm all right with this. Again, like you said, it's more of a SmackDown type of match, less of a pay-per-view quality match.
But it wasn't the worst. It was okay. I can handle it.
We'll move on to the worst.
To the worst fucking match.
And we knew it was going to be the worst.
We get the 6-woman tag team match. The best part of this whole thing was when my boy Ellsworth came out.
That's not the best part. That was the worst part.
And looking like wannabe Limp Bizkit. And
that wasn't Limp Bizkit?
Yeah, I guess
Are you sure?
I guess not.
I think we need to be clarified with that.
I don't even remember what he said, to be honest with you.
Because he sucks. Exactly. You don't remember what he said because he sucks and he's irrelevant. He doesn't need to be on TV.
He was also on the pre-show, which was great, too.
I was
promoting the match.
Gross, man. Duh.
And all I got from this match was boring.
Yeah, it was terrible.
And
it was garbage.
Becky tapped to Natalia's sharpshooter.
Yeah. Yeah, Juggy Brown, hashtag 6 women that time. I literally could have taken a nap from this.
Did anybody actually care about the ending of the match?
And we didn't even get a heel turn like we all expected. We at least wanted something out of it. At least a heel turn from Becky or Charlotte. And we got neither.
This was the most irrelevant match on the entire
It was garbage. I didn't pay attention to it. I couldn't
talking about Doritos
bring myself. Yeah, we're talking about the new Dorito bag I picked up today. Unbelievable.
This match, like, I love the women. You know how much I want to get behind the women's division. I want them to be better than the men, but like when they produce crap like this.
Yeah. Okay, Natalya, all right wrestler. Tamina will never be a good wrestler. She's so stiff. I can't get behind her at all. I can't. Any Tamina fan out there, I'm sorry. I just can't get behind her. Carmella, you know, she's Babe Mella. She's my girl. But when she gets put in shitty matches like this, I can't get behind her. Yeah, and Ellsworth her manager. And you got Charlotte over there. You get the robot in the corner just being stiff as all hell. You got Naomi feeling the glow, a little bit too much glow today. I don't know what the hell. My eyes were... It was like looking at the sun. I had to get sunglasses while looking at Naomi. And then we got Becky Lynch looking like she's straight from the Peter Pan Neverland Ranch with that fucking haircut. I don't know what the hell is going on there. I don't know. I couldn't get behind it. It was done. After the ending, I was like,
Becky tapped clean to Natty.
Yeah. I couldn't. This division sucks. It sucks. Honestly, why wasn't the women's title defended? It sucks.
I mean, I don't mean to be biased or anything, but when taking Alexa Bliss away from that division really hurt them.
If Charlotte says that she's going to be the next in line after this is all done to get her women's title match, why didn't she make an impact by attacking Naomi or something after this match was done? Or even during the match. Heaven forbid you didn't tag your own teammate in during the match to create some sort of tension, to create a feud after this.
Tell me they're going to have a rematch on SmackDown. Why do I see this leading to that?
Yeah, and then finally, that's when Charlotte's going to turn. Guarantee this SmackDown on Tuesday. Sure, why not? Let's move on. Fuck it. Moving on.
Next, we got to talk about this. I'd say this is match of the night, Owens and Styles.
Yeah, it is, and I called it. I've been calling it for last month. It's going to be match of the night. It's going to steal the show. Should have been the main event, and we were shocked when they announced it this time in the show. I don't know why it wasn't the main event. Maybe because, okay, just to be honest, and let me clarify something, guys. The crowd was behind Jinder winning at the end of the show. It's because they were probably as shocked as we were that was the main event, and they just decided to be goons about it because no one can get behind Randy Orton. He's a boring WWE champion. Of course they're going to cheer Jinder Mahal. They could have cheered anybody versus Randy Orton there.
Great Khali.
It could have been Mojo Rawley, and he would have got the biggest pop in history if he had to beat Randy Orton.
Because we're tired of seeing Randy Orton as a WWE champion.
Just the U.S. title, and the titles for one should have been reversed. That ending match, it makes more sense for Mahal to win a title right now as the U.S. champion because of what his gimmick is presenting. Every promo he does, he talks about the U.S. people criticizing him and talking about the stereotyping bullshit. Why isn't this for the U.S. title? Wouldn't that make more sense for him to win the United States championship? Yeah, it should have been Orton versus Sin Cara. Yeah, that would have been a more credible match, Juggy Brown. Because I can't even make Randy Orton credible without him facing Sin Cara.
Let's not get into that again. Yeah. But Kevin Owens being the face of America, he has to be the U.S. champion, though.
Yeah, I know. They didn't need to do that. They only did that because if they had stopped before Owens won the title from Jericho, this could have all been prevented. But no. They decided to let's go with the shake-up route and just go with the shake-up storylines and the shake-up bullshit and just see what happens.
Because Vince likes Jinder's physique as a WWE champion better than he likes Kevin Owens' physique as the WWE champion. That's what it comes down to.
Why not?
Because Jinder's diet is spectacular.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll get into the match. I did want to point out, during Kevin Owens' entrance, JBL also said something else stupid. He said Justin Trudeau, for you people who don't know, he is the Prime Minister of Canada, a.k.a. the President of Canada.
Yeah.
Is moving to America because of Kevin Owens. What?
What?
Enough of you, JBL. I've had enough. Then, during the match, I took a lot of notes for this. I don't know if you want me to go through them all. But the Samurai Driver by Owens was sick. The cannonball that he hit into the corner to Styles when he had the exposed leg was pretty sick, too.
Yeah.
We had the Sunset Flip Powerbomb by Styles.
Oh, those scare me so much because all I think about is Seth Rollins and his injury with his leg when he tried to do it to Kane. It was a Kane?
Yep.
And then his leg just kind of gave out.
We had the right leg injury angle on the phenomenal forearm attempt.
Yep.
I actually thought that was a botch at first, and then I realized, okay, he's playing up. Yep. Then we were trying to figure out what to call this. We ended up calling it the Imploding Fisherman Suplex from the top rope by Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
We also had the suplex onto the ring apron, which looked like it hurt a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, I cringed when I saw it. The ring apron is like the hardest part of the ring.
And then Kevin Owens, like the edge of the ring apron hit Kevin Owens' back. And that's a tough spot to take, man.
And we get to the end of the match. Styles gets caught, his leg caught in the announce table where one of the monitors would go.
Yeah.
And gets counted out. And Owens wins.
Yeah.
A great match. Didn't like the ending.
Interesting ending. Like, the ending of that match.
Killed it.
I was expecting better. I don't know. I
was expecting Owens to, hit him with a chair or something and get disqualified.
Yeah, that was... I don't know. If they're prolonging this feud, I read on...
it can't end now.
No. Someone put on Twitter a good prediction of them having a rematch of Money in the Bank, and then the rubber match being actually a SummerSlam. If they're going to carry on that feud up until then, I could see how this makes sense. It's so tough because I honestly thought AJ Styles was going to pull it off at least this match and win the U.S. title. I don't know. It's to me, I'm so lost on the ending of this match. Good for my boy Owens winning and retaining, sure. And if he has a good U.S. title feud lined up, maybe after Money in the Bank. I don't know. It's confusing to see what's going on, the storyline wise. What's going on here?
No, it's going to continue because after the match, Owens super kicked Styles when he's still attached to the ring.
So they're definitely gonna have their rematch at
the announce table.
Money in the Bank.
And I don't know where you read it, but they said it's probably going to be a 3-match series, like the Cena and Styles feud was last year, and at SummerSlam.
Yeah, even Owens and Cena had a 3-match feud. Remember?
I could see these guys fight forever, like two great talents.
It was a good match. I could see if they have multiple matches, I'd love it. I'm all for it. So I'll see what happens.
Despite the salty ending.
It was a good match. Really good match. It stole the show for me.
How long did this go? This must have been like 20 minutes.
It was at least 15 to 18. I'm going to pull it up really quickly here on Google.
And while you do that, I'll quickly go through this crappy cool-down match we had between Luke Harper and Eric Rowan.
People were cheering in this match.
You went to the bathroom during this.
I went.
How interested you were.
I couldn't pay attention to it.
The ending... Okay, this was also a It was pretty damn close between this match and the women's match for the worst match of the night. They were both 0 out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
Harper won with a botched clothesline for the win.
Cool.
It was awful.
Okay,
I don't think anybody was paying attention during this match.
That match was 9 minutes long, if you want to know.
Really?
Yeah.
I felt like it was double that.
It was a minute less than the women's match.
Are you serious?
And it was the same amount of time as the tag team match. Shockingly enough.
Why does it feel like it went double?
I don't know.
Because I actually enjoyed it?
I guess.
I don't know. If I enjoyed it, it should have been shorter.
Right? The Owens and Styles match was 21 minutes long.
How long was the Harper-Rowan match? It must have been
9 minutes exactly. I said that. 9 minutes exactly. Terrible.
He botched this clothesline finisher. All he did was hit him.
Yep.
Awful.
Great.
0 out of 5 for that match.
Terrible. And yeah, 9 minutes long. And then Owens and Styles lasted 21 minutes long.
21 minutes?
Yeah.
I thought you said it was 9.
No, that was the Luke Harper and Eric Rowan match. It was 9 minutes.
Styles and Owens was 21 minutes?
21 minutes. Longest match of the night.
Okay. Well, I thought you said 9 minutes.
No, 9 minutes for the match you were talking about.
Oh. Okay. Good. See, that's what I mean. It was a great match. That deserved to be the longest match of the night because it was that good. I can't even have any gripes about that match. Except the ending.
I think if I was actually there, I'd still go to the bathroom. Because I don't care about Luke Harper and Eric Rowan.
I would have went to the bathroom, too.
Who gives a shit? What does it do for anybody? None of them are going to be number one contender for anything anytime soon.
After all the spots I saw in the Styles and Owens match, I had to change my pants.
That should have been the pre-show match. Why couldn't they fit that into the hour kickoff they did?
Because Ty Dillinger isn't good enough,
Unbelievable.
Anyways.
All right, moment of truth. Let's talk about the WWE Championship match. Juicer Mahal and his Singh brothers versus Randy Orton.
The match didn't even start to begin with. Orton attacked Jinder before the match started.
Yeah, attacked him all the way around the ring. Sure.
That was great. A couple things I took from this match was Jinder did a Regal cutter.
He did.
Homage to my boy William Regal.
Yeah, you noticed it right away. Good for you.
Yep. The Singh brothers pulled Jinder out of the ring after he got RKO'd.
Oh.
I don't know how that's not a disqualification or something. Or why they didn't get kicked out right after. Why? We've seen people do less than that and the referee kicked them out. Why weren't these two goons kicked out?
True. Well, I think it's one of those things, again, WWE where WWE just doesn't...
And then...
They kind of forget about a lot of stuff.
And you laughed your ass off and Orton threw them both onto the announce table and they both flipped over. And
it literally Randy Orton's face, his reaction to after flipping one of the Singh brothers, he's like, ooh.
And he's also favoring a shoulder injury during all this that was happening.
Yeah.
And he threw them back in the ring and then did the double DDT to them, and as he's getting up, he turns into a Cobra Clutch slam by Jinder.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Jinder
Mahal wins the WWE Championship. As I kind of came to fruition, I made my pick today of picking Jinder Mahal.
See, I wanted Jinder to win, but I picked Orton. I don't know why.
Should have picked Jinder. You hindered Jinder.
But I went with the corporate pick.
Yeah, you corporately hindered Jinder.
But I popped when he won. I wanted him to win.
Corporate Cappy ran around my room.
Myself and Cascade Sense, our buddy Manny over there, we both jumped up screaming, man. It was great. Kyle sat over there with his...
my hood, and I put my hood over my eyes.
Over his head. Over his eyes. Yep. Didn't believe what he was seeing right there. And honestly, can we just talk about the stupid... When they cut to the kids in the crowd, or the reactions of people
throughout the night,
all night long.
The cuts. Some of the cuts are bad, too. Some of the cuts, they don't even look like they're actually the live reaction. He's like, woohoo, back there. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
These kids are like, oh
my God. This guy looks good. Let's just cut to him. Oh, wait, that's not even the live reaction. You could hear the pop going on, and the person to see is like silent. That doesn't make sense.
Or they cut to the one guy with a Randy Orton sign in the crowd.
Yeah, to the one guy. The only person. Oh, you got the fangirls with the RKO shirts, but whatever.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Jinder
Mahal wins the title.
Twitterverse
like
went
Twitter
nuts.
blew up when he won that title, man.
And even on Talking Smack, all the tweets coming across the screen were
like Jinder Mahal.
Jinder
Even mine,
story.
I decided to throw a corporate tweet out there with the real Kyle Masters account just to give a test run and see if I get on Talking Smack. And Michael Chow took a picture and tweeted at us, and I took a picture of my phone. I got on Talking Smack, second time in history. Real Kyle Masters account.
Got to send out the corporate tweets to get on there.
Yeah.
Can we also talk about how horrendous the social media lounge is?
Oh my god! If you guys don't know what that is, at the beginning of the show and the pre-show, they take a random superstar and they do this called social media lounge where they ask the Twitterverse questions, or the Twitter people tweeting questions to the superstar who is in the lounge. Just any kind of question. It could be anything apparently. And today was Sami Zayn, and the 3 questions he got asked, and I made a tweet about this, are the most generic, PG, hand-picked WWE tweets I've ever heard in my entire life. They were so bad. I'm like, for Christ's sakes, heaven forbid, you pick out a tweet that says, "Oh, do you remember when you were El Generico? Do you miss being El Generico?" Like, heaven forbid you break, the barrier here and to mention El Generico. No, they got to pick the most PG corporate tweets I've ever seen.
Awful. Social Media Lounge is now on the list for cringe of the year.
So cringe.
And also got to put on Moment of the Year nomination, Jinder Mahal.
Oh my
being
god,
the new
man.
WWE champion. But you know what? That breaks down the doors for our boy Ty Dillinger. If Jinder Mahal can be champion, why can't Ty Dillinger?
Right? Oh!
Look at that. I'm getting so excited I'm just throwing shit about Jinder Mahal. But we all know Vince isn't going to want to push Ty until he gets on the Jinder diet. I mean, everyone's got to get on the Jinder diet, man.
Yeah, Jinder diet, If you eat right, you'll get twice as big for some reason.
Ask Darren Young. Look, he's on the Jinder diet.
Except he's not getting big. He's just getting cut. That guy's doing it right. Jinder just, added some help. Singh Brothers helped him out.
You know what? I'm okay with it. I mean, a lot of people thought this was a transition feud for Orton.
Yeah.
But thank God he's not champion anymore. He didn't even deserve to beat Bray at Mania.
No, he didn't. No, 100% he didn't.
So where does Orton go from here now?
He's
going to get his rematch.
He's going to get his rematch, and it's probably going to be at Money in the Bank.
Maybe he gets attacked by Rusev?
Maybe at Money in the Bank gets attacked by Rusev. I really hope they don't do this thing where Rusev wins the Money in the Bank briefcase at the beginning of Money in the Bank and then cashes in, and they do the whole cashing thing like they did with Dean Ambrose. Can that not be a reoccurring thing where the winner already cashes in the same night? Can they stop that? I loved it when the people held on for a long period of time and you just kept waiting to see when they would cash in. And then there were times where they teased the cash in and then he never actually did it. Like, I love that way
Rollins
more.
waited till Mania.
Like, he waited a whole year.
Almost.
Almost.
10 months.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So
Juggy Brown, Mahal wins the title. Meanwhile, Heath Slater's still trying to feed his kids.
And Drew McIntyre is trying to make it on NXT.
Oh, God.
If you would have thought, who would have thought that Jinder Mahal would be the WWE champion 3 years ago?
God, man.
He's never won a tag title. He's never won an NXT title. He's never won a mid-card title.
I just don't like any of these guys as WWE champion right now. They could do so much better with the U.S. title.
But,
I would have loved it if it was for the U.S. title.
I know, but if you take anything away from it, it's something new.
Yeah, land of opportunity, I guess. And
everybody's talking about this now.
Yeah, true.
If Orton would have won, who would have gave a shit?
Exactly.
No
Who
one.
cares? They don't give. I don't give a shit
The
now.
crowd from Chicago was cheering for Jinder.
Because they would have cheered for anybody winning that title but Randy Orton. I'm telling you right now, they just don't like Randy Orton. Plus, he's from St. Louis. They hate St. Louis.
But that's what I'm saying. At least it got people talking now.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm happy for Jinder, man. To say what you want about his new diet, quotation marks diet, but you know what? The guy deserved a shot.
Maybe Heath Slater should beat Brock Lesnar.
Anyways, but I don't know. I'm glad that he's finally getting a push and a title because he's worked hard to get back here. You can't say that he hasn't worked hard to get back to where he is.
Yeah.
But WWE title, I don't know.
Yeah. So
that's the review.
Let's give it a rating. Let's give it a rating. I'm thinking about it now. 1, 2, 3. I'll give it a half score. I'm giving Backlash. I'll give it a 6. I'll bump it up to a 6. 6 out of 10 for Backlash for me. It's a good pay-per-view. Some good, some bad. Obviously, there's some bad points which we've expressed our opinions on. I'm giving it a 6 out of 10.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'm giving it a 7. I liked it. The only things I didn't like were the ending to the Owens and Styles match. the women's match, and the Luke Harper-Eric Rowan match.
Yeah.
So there's your minus 3 points there.
To be honest,
I'm giving it a 7.
It's no surprise. TakeOver was better for me. It was way better.
But, I mean, isn't TakeOver always better?
Exactly. That's what I mean. It's no surprise. Capacity? It's non-shocking that TakeOver wasn't. TakeOver's always better, but I like TakeOver better than Backlash this week.
But, I mean, for a WWE main roster pay-per-view, this was pretty good. Compared to the Raw ones we've had lately.
Yeah.
Like, the matches were pretty entertaining. The Dillinger match was good. Shinsuke good. Breezango Usos was entertaining.
Yeah.
Zayn Corbin was okay. Owen Styles was good.
Women sucked.
Harper and Rowan sucked. And Orton Mahal had a shocker ending.
Yeah.
So, maybe the way they structured the card could have been better.
Yeah.
But I thought the card as a whole, I think it was a success.
I'm still giving it a 6. I can't boost it up anymore. I can't bring myself to put it even more because I'm not behind the whole Mahal wagon. I don't know. I haven't jumped the bandwagon yet.
It was way better than Payback, though.
It was better than Payback. I'll give it that. Yeah, it's been better than Payback. We'll just leave it at that.
Extreme Rules has, you know what? They got to have something to follow.
2 weeks away from Extreme Rules already. God, man, we have pay-per-views like around the corner every time. Damn it.
So I don't know if you talked about NXT.
Yeah, I did. I gave my review of it in the Sunday Heat. It was good. Again, the UK match is the match of the year for me, 100% so far. It's up there with Okada and Omega so far. That was incredible last night. It was by far the greatest wrestling-based match I've ever seen. It's incredible. Technical wrestling type match. Pete Dunne is insane. Both these kids have a huge future ahead of them and are going to make it
20 and 23 respectively.
They're going to make a serious impact in WWE in the future.
You know, when Chicago Shannon UK, it's a good match.
Yeah, and
the ending, wow.
We had Tommaso Ciampa turning on Johnny Gargano, insane spots at the end there. It was good. It was good. I mean, the women's match sucked. I said it in the review. It did nothing for me. We knew Asuka was going to retain after Ember Moon got taken out.
Did I not tell you that match was going to suck?
Yeah. Well, it was physical, but it just sucked.
But honestly, and we heard the reports today that they wanted to get rid of DIY because they both wanted to call them up not as a tag team. Why?
Yeah, call them up singles. I didn't even read that till after my review. Great. I thought in my review I said that they needed to keep DIY together or split up. Or they need to split them up because they needed another hot feud in NXT to go into Brooklyn. Maybe they still get called up as single competitors, but not till after Brooklyn. I think these guys are going to have their ultimate showdown at NXT TakeOver
Just to
Brooklyn.
say shame because they're such a good tag team.
Yeah.
And I think SmackDown could have used another good tag team.
I think eventually we'll see them together again in the main roster. Even if they get called up separately, we're gonna get a DIY reunion. It's gonna be epic. But we know.
It was a good last match for them. They carried the Authors of Pain.
Yeah, and I said it in the review as well yesterday that if you haven't seen their Cruiserweight Classic match, then you don't know how good of a match these guys can put on against each other. So I'm actually excited for this feud.
And the Psycho Killer gimmick coming back for Ciampa.
And I said some news for Ciampa. He's probably going to be out for a month after this because he was seen after TakeOver by Triple H saying that he has a significant injury. So, and it's from that live event. So he might be out for a month. So we'll see.
But nothing else I can really say.
It was a good weekend. I liked it. We had a double show. Once in a blue moon kind of thing.
And it was
an unannounced takeover. Well, kind of an unannounced takeover. It was a really short notice takeover. So.
And Chicago is a good crowd. You know what you're going to get out of Chicago. They're usually going to boo the faces and cheer the heels. But at least they get a good reaction.
Yep. So, guys, that's going to be it for the review part. We'll take some Skype calls in a bit. We're going to take a quick 2-minute break before we start taking Skype calls. So give us 2 minutes, guys. If you want to call into the show, it is going to be The Lowdown Show on Skype. Add us to the contact list, and we'll add you to ours. So The Lowdown Show, all starting with a capital letter. The Lowdown Show. I'll say it one more time. And we'll take your Skype calls, and we'll talk some Backlash. So we'll be back in about 2 minutes. See you in a bit.
Going down. No cutting out. The sun comes up before you go. My baby's gone. My hollow soul. Feel the cold wind start to blow. Every little stop sign, all the red lights.
right, guys, we are back here on our WWE Backlash review, and we'll be taking in Skype calls for the rest of the show to talk some Backlash. And we have our first caller lined up, Michael Chow, so I'll patch him through when I can here. Oh, I got
Guys, we'll get to your calls if you want to call in. So.
Yeah, we'll get to your calls in a bit, one after the other, so just take your time. Be patient. I got Juggy Brown told us no Skype call for me this time. His corporate life still's got me. It's all right, Juggy Brown. We understand.
You're listening at least.
Yep. Thank you for listening. So we got the
can
Michael
always
Chow call
comment on
patching
the
through
chat.
right now. Hello, you're on the air.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Maharaj Chomp is here.
The Maharaj Chomp. Oh my God, Michael Chow, you're crazy, man. What's going on?
What's going on, guys? What a
I can barely
pay-per-view we just had, huh?
Yeah. Oh, you can barely hear him. We got some mic issues. You can barely hear him there? Corporate Cappy?
Yeah, I think I'm good. Okay, I think I'm good now.
How about now? Say something, Michael Chow. I think we're having a little bit of mic issues here.
It's all good, guys. Can you guys hear me?
Yep, I got
Okay,
it.
there you go. He's got you. Okay, we're live. We're live. We're good.
Just me mentioning Jinder Mahal has just messed up all the microphones. Right here on
The
podcast.
Cinderella story has come true.
Oh, man.
So, Michael Shaw, what are your thoughts on this pay-per-view?
Yeah.
I might as well give my score, the No Holds Barred score out of 10. I give this a 4 out of 10.
Ooh,
4.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
The corporate Chow rating today.
Well, it's not so bad. I mean, if 5 is average, there are a lot of stuff I didn't like. I mean, I don't like the ending of the AJ Styles match.
I agree with that.
I understand why they did what they did in the main event, so that wasn't the biggest problem. And worst match of the night is a match they shouldn't have is the women's match, which
Oh my God,
should
that
have been
was
for
terrible.
the title. Yikes!
That was garbage.
It was bad.
Literally,
It's funny because. It's funny because these women are basically saying that we all want title shots, right? And then after that match, it's like, why should we give any of you guys a title shot? The match was so bad.
Oh my God, it did nothing for me. My girl Baymella's in it, and it did nothing for me. It was trash. It was terrible.
Exactly. We all thought and predicted that Carmella was going to win again to set up a match at Money in the Bank, but Natalya winning and beating Becky Lynch. What is this? I don't understand this.
Becky losing clean again.
Her losing clean. Man, I
Why
honestly
did
thought
that no interference from Charlotte at all.
I thought for sure we were gonna get another Carmella win over Naomi for sure. I thought it was gonna be like now she's gonna have something to claim. Like she's beaten both. She's beaten Naomi twice now, and at a pay-per-view that could have made her more credible to be the next in line for Naomi's title. But guarantee we're gonna have at least Charlotte, or maybe we have a Charlotte and Carmella #1 contenders match.
But why did they not even have Naomi and Charlotte have any deception throughout this match?
Terrible.
Like, nothing.
Like, I thought we were at least going to get something. Or even a Becky heel turn, which everyone thought it was for sure going to happen. At least Charlotte or Becky was going to at least turn heel there. But no, we got absolutely nothing. It was basically a glorified SmackDown match at a pay-per-view.
And welcoming committee won clean. What did you think about that?
I can tell you this. The only way, coming from Michael Chow Creative, that I can see them going with this is if Becky losing and then Becky's the one that turned heel. Like she goes, oh, I lost. Maybe I'm on the wrong side. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Maybe like she... Maybe like on SmackDown this week. And we know... We're guessing it's going to be a rematch. We think they're going to have another rematch, and this is going to be where we're finally going to get a deception between this new team of... They called themselves something really cringe on the show today, and totally forgot what they called themselves. Do you remember, Cappy? Do you remember what they called themselves? It was really bad.
Is it the winning committee now?
No,
they just won.
No, it was like
the Queen,
fire,
the
Queen,
the
fire,
glow
and glow.
Straight fire. Or
Yeah, something
crap
like that. It was
that.
so bad.
Man,
Oh,
I would
God.
love to see Becky maybe perhaps pull a Seth Rollins like they did on the Shield, and just Becky just attacked Charlotte and Naomi and basically said, you know, I'm gonna try to do my best Irish accent. She goes, "Where were you guys? We're supposed to be like we're supposed to have a bond like super glue, and you guys let me down." And then she
Yeah.
just pulls a Seth Rollins.
I can kind of see that. Like they kind of make it teasing of a Charlotte turning, like she gets into like Naomi's face, and all of a sudden Becky starts attacking both of them. That kind of be cool. I kind of like that.
But see, the problem is that they only have like 6 women right now on the roster, and they have 3 heels and 3 heels, and I guess you say 3 faces. So then you turn another one, then you have 2 faces on the entire roster against 4 heels. What do the other ones do?
Exactly. I mean, we don't know when it's going to be when Lana Emma actually finally makes her debut. Emma Lana.
It's probably going to be this week. I wouldn't doubt if it was this week. Don't be surprised.
We don't know where Nikki Bella is.
Yeah, well, Nikki Bella is... I don't know if she's going to even be coming back. She said she was hurt even after WrestleMania, so we'll see. We'll see.
I think I think the only way they can do this is if someone turns heel, it has to be a double turn. Someone has to turn face from the other team, because they have no depth on that women's division right now.
Yeah,
because when you put half of the division in a frickin' faction, you have 3 of the 6 in a faction right now, and the other 3 are just
in some sort of faction. Mason Dunbar actually put it out in the chat. It was Fire, Royal, and Glow. That's what they were called.
Awful. Fire, Royal, and straight cringe. How about that?
Yeah. But let's move on from this cringe topic. Speaking of, what did you think of when they first announced that Nakamura and Ziggler would actually open the show, and it would be so early in the card?
I actually called this on my prediction show. I said that this was going to open the pay-per-view.
It was your prediction show I heard that. I was trying to think of which prediction show I heard that on. It was yours. God damn it.
I called it because, number one, Nakamura's entrance, it's a good way to open the show. And number two, it's basically be like WrestleMania, how Shane and AJ opened the pay-per-view. And they kind of need like a good match to open it up. So I just thought that...
I said if they opened with the tag team, it could have been even better. I mean, the tag team match was entertaining. It wasn't good, but it had an entertainment factor, and it got the crowd hyped. So if they opened with that, I would have been happy with that. It's just like they built this whole Backlash mainly over the debut of Nakamura, and for them to open with Nakamura, and their goal was to make it as if like it was Sami Zayn and Nakamura again. To me, I would have put it the third last match of the show, had Eric Rowan and Luke Harper in between that, and then have the WWE Championship as the main event, because Vince would want that regardless. I don't know. I felt like it was a little bit too early. Regardless of it being too early, though, I thought they put on a good match. It was really, really good. I mean, it wasn't as hype as everyone thought it was going to be, but I know I see where they are coming from for not making it overhyped, because if you make it overhyped and you make it really good, it's really hard to follow with the other matches, especially Owens and Styles. They would have to top that, and if it being way too good, it'd be really tough to top that.
That's what happens when you put it at the beginning of the card.
So I thought it was good enough for where it was in the card. I really enjoyed it.
Nope, I totally agree.
And speaking of Owens and Styles, I thought that match was definitely match of the night for sure, 100%.
Except the ending.
The ending was a confusing ending with Styles and Owens. I thought maybe they could have done a better job at Kevin Owens winning. I don't know if by count out would have been the smartest way. Me and Cappy thought maybe it would have been like a chair shot or like a DQ. But a count out by Styles getting stuck on the table is clearly pointing at this feud continuing from now.
Definitely. I mean, I said on Twitter, what I really hope doesn't happen is, AJ kind of it looks like maybe he may have injured his ankle and how the match ended. I hope this isn't a potential full babyface turn for AJ. Because you know how, like, I don't know, someone gets injured and you have this comeback story. And this is a type of heel thing you look at and you go, it seems like the other character would go full babyface. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think this is. I read a tweet on Twitter there, Michael, and it said that they see this prolonging to Money in the Bank for their rematch, and then the rubber match actually being at SummerSlam. So they think this feud is going to go all the way to SummerSlam. Do you think that's like a possibility of this feud continuing that long, and they have enough juice in the tank to continue this feud and to build on this feud?
So if you told me this was any other wrestler, like Cesaro versus Sheamus, I would be cringing so much. But because I like both guys, Kevin Owens and AJ Styles, they are really, really good wrestlers. I wouldn't mind them seeing this stretching until SummerSlam. Because let's face it, I mean, I guess they could save Kevin Owens versus Nakamura for another pay-per-view, and they could
Survivor
save
Series?
exactly, or
Big
Styles
Four?
versus Nakamura for WrestleMania. So
Yeah. Our boy JD has an interesting prediction. He thinks that Styles will eventually win the WWE title.
At SummerSlam.
At
I
SummerSlam.
don't know about that now.
Yeah, and now it looks like it's a different picture.
Nakamura win the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, and Nakamura would have won the Royal Rumble, and it would have been Nakamura and Styles at WrestleMania. But I still think, regardless of what the direction looks like now, they're still going to do Nakamura Styles at WrestleMania. I honestly think that's the direction they're going to go into. And I know, regardless of knowing Vince and what he's like, I honestly think we're still going to get that. So
Definitely.
We'll see.
But Owens, as far as Owens and Styles, I think they have enough. Like, they're both great on the mic, and they can both tell a story for the next couple months
Yeah,
for SummerSlam. I think they could do that.
yeah. So we'll see.
Michael Chow,
So-
what did you think of the horrendous Luke Harper and Eric Rowan match?
Okay, so I actually missed I missed the pre-show and I missed the very first match because I actually went out to get food for my family. So I actually missed the Nakamura and Ziggler match, and then I basically said on Twitter, yeah, I know. So I basically said on Twitter, I said, whenever this Luke Harper and Eric Rowan match comes up, I'm actually going to ditch that match and then go on the network and watch the Shinsuke Nakamura and Ziggler match, which, by the way, was my favorite match of the night.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
That was
So Kevin Owens and
Okay,
and
no, I
AJ
thought.
Styles
Okay,
was
for a second, I thought you said that Eric Rowan and Luke Harper was your favorite match of the
no.
night.
That match shouldn't have even been on the card. Okay,
That
it
should
was
have been on the pre-show, but we won't get into that.
should have been on main event. But anyway, the reason why that's my favorite match of the night is just the ending of the Kevin Owens and AJ Styles match really blew it for me. So it
Yeah, it
comes
did
in
for us,
second,
too.
but yeah.
Yeah, it was a really
yeah.
lackluster thing for us. And all right, we'll just talk about it. We got to get out of the way. Well, Jinder Mahal actually doing it and actually beating Randy Orton for that WWE Championship, and the Maharaja is real on SmackDown Live.
I gotta say, every wrestler gets into this business hoping someday to be the champ. So I can actually appreciate Jinder finally winning a championship as a human being. But all things aside, what the hell just happened here?
Right?
But yeah, I can understand. I'm not liking Orton as the champ. I'm calling it right now. I think Orton might be the worst SmackDown World Champion since # Silly Dean Ambrose
Oh my God.
had the title.
Okay, he is the worst champ. He's boring. I can't get anything from Randy Orton as a WWE champion. But I honestly still think this should have been for the U.S. title. It would have made a better feud if it was the U.S. title of Jinder Mahal, his type of character of bashing the United States and bashing Americans for picking him out as a stereotype and stuff like that. Imagine him winning the U.S. title and how much heat he would get. And saying, like, I'm your U.S. champion now. Now you have to respect me and you can't see the stereotypes against me. I think it would make more sense. But because WWE fucked up with the whole shake-up thing and it had to be for the WWE title, I know it makes Jinder Mahal more credible now. But what I thought was going to happen after Backlash is not going to. They're going to carry Jinder Mahal as WWE champion up until Money in the Bank. And I guess we'll just see what happens at Money in the Bank. But whatever. Good for Jinder Mahal. I'll say it.
The guy's never held any title before.
Yeah, good for him. He's the one member of the 3MB that has won the WWE Championship.
Is there a superstar that has their first title be the WWE Championship?
Good question. Brock
You
Lesnar?
know what?
Yep.
Jinder
Brock
Mahal's
Lesnar.
fellow guy, what's his name? Great Khali. His first title was the World Heavyweight title.
Yeah. Brock
Oh,
Lesnar was the
goodness.
WWE Championship.
Yep. So,
Yep.
Michael Chow, what are your top 3 matches of the night, and what match did you hate the most?
So my top 3 matches would probably have to be the Dolph Ziggler and Shinsuke Nakamura match. And then second after that would be the Owens and AJ Styles match. And the third would be... I'm not going to name one because this is how bad Backlash was. It's forgettable. It
Come
felt
on,
like...
man. What about the Maestro of Mayhem?
Okay, I gotta tell you something. I actually like that, and some
I
people
loved
were
it.
actually into it. I like that scarf. It's the scarf of Aiden English singing in, man.
Oh, my God.
Man.
And I assume your worst match of the night is going to be Rowan and Harper, just like everybody else, or the women's match.
Yeah, both
Duh.
of those.
Duh.
Hashtag duh. So,
Oh, man.
Michael Chow, do you want to plug anything before we take the next caller here? But I think you have a special coming up for Money in the Bank, don't you?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Money in the Bank is actually one of my top favorite, say, 5 pay-per-views of all time. So I'm doing a Money in the Bank prize giveaway. And, yeah, I have in mind what I'm going to get for you guys. And it's pretty big. I'm hoping I can get it in time before we actually do Money in the Bank. So I want you guys to know what you guys are basically all fighting for. But, yeah, there's that. And I have a question for you guys. Who do you guys think is going to win the Money in the Bank?
We all biasly say Ty Dillinger.
Yeah, out of what Ty Dillinger said on Talking Smack today, I'm gonna say Ty Dillinger just as the biggest bias pick in history. But don't be surprised if Baron Corbin walks out as the Money in the Bank winner.
I'm gonna pick Rusev.
Oh,
that's a really good one.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I would like the Corbin pick too. I really like Corbin winning Money in the Bank.
I'm still biasly saying Dillinger. Hell, Niagara Falls boy. I'm going with Ty Dillinger. Perfect. 10, baby. 10.
Maybe.
So yeah, Cappy. So I agree with you in the fact that this would be a good way because you know how Rusev says he's not going to fight on the SmackDown brand until he gets a world title shot. Mm-hmm. So it would make lots of sense if Shane says, here in the land of opportunity, you have to earn it, and you can earn it in the Money in the Bank match. And hey, everyone's happy. Rusev's happy. He gets a chance to win the Money in the Bank briefcase, and
nice.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
So yeah. So I also have an interesting twist for that. What if, because the SmackDown Live Money in the Bank is a exclusive SmackDown Live Money in the Bank, but what if this would be a really good twist, Vince, if you're listening right now, and he usually is.
Yeah,
take this
to our podcast. He always does.
So there you go. What if the SmackDown Live Money in the Bank winner at the next buy brand pay-per-view, which is SummerSlam, what if they cash in on Raw's Universal Champion?
They haven't said that it's the Money in the Bank brand exclusive.
Yeah, they haven't really said if you win the briefcase, you can only go for the SmackDown champion. Ooh.
Because we've had it before. CM Punk, I think, is the first person who he was the Raw's champion, and he cashed in on Edge, who was he was the other show's champion.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a good one. I'm interested to see. I'm actually going to keep my ears open for them to talk about Money in the Bank now and see what they say.
You guys heard it here first.
Yeah, we're here first with Michael Chow. And guys, Michael Chow TV has his own WWE podcast, so go check him out. WWE MC TV, The After Show. He's also on Spreaker just like us, so go check him out. Go to our followers and click a follow, and follow him, guys. Follow him on Twitter at Michael Chow TV. So thank you, Michael Chow.
He does a weekly show just like us.
Does a weekly show just like us. So thank you for calling, Michael Chow. We appreciate it as always.
No problem, guys. Thanks for coming. And yeah, I guess Jinder Mahal can now use those photos he took, and now he can use it now. Foreshadowing, guys. Foreshadowing. All right, take care, guys.
Michael Chow. See you later.
See you later. All right, the great Michael Chow, as always. That's an interesting
Michael
pick,
Chow
man.
creative.
That is very, very interesting. Could you imagine that a SmackDown guy wins, and they win at SummerSlam against they go against the Universal title? That'd be crazy, man.
Yeah.
We'll have to keep our ears open.
I want to know if the commentators talk about the briefcase being brand exclusive.
Mm-hmm. So we'll have to keep our ears open for that for the next couple of weeks here, because they'll be starting to talk about Money in the Bank now, starting most likely this week, because Money in the Bank is June, right?
June.
3 weeks away now.
Yep.
It's getting there.
And I'm gonna miss that pay-per-view, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, Corporate Cappy will be away during that weekend. Of course, that weekend you go away every year.
Every year it's a pay-per-view. I always miss it.
So we got another caller coming through, Tyler Jones. So patch him through. Tyler Jones, you're on a No Holds Barred Wrestling podcast. Hello. Tyler Jones. Hello. You got some technical issues here. Tyler
Hello.
Jones. There he is. Tyler Jones.
Hello. Man, you got both of the F-boys today.
What's going on, bitches?
Oh, we have a double patch. We got Trey Patterson too.
So you're gonna have to 20-minute us. So we got 2 people, right?
Yeah. I'll leave that to Corporate Cappy. He's got the clock.
I'm kidding.
We'll give you 15.
Okay, that works.
So you want to plug your Nashville Predators first, or what?
All I want to say is me and Trey were about as heartbroken as any freaking Predator fan could ever be in the history of Predator fans. And yesterday made me go, oh my God.
Can we talk about what's with the Nashville WWE themes and their
TNA, baby.
incorporation-
TNA, man. I'm telling you, all these guys come up from TNA, and the TNA's headquartered here, so they live here so that they can be close to TNA headquarters. But and I didn't realize this, so I started getting into wrestling even probably 6 months ago that I realized that TNA was headquartered here. And I'm like, oh, that's why. Because the EY, I played hockey with EY before I ever knew he was a wrestler.
Perfect.
Eric Young. Sorry if anybody ever doesn't know.
Yeah.
So wait, Trey's back already?
Well, Trey isn't. So Trey came back from his trip. Yes, he is back from Canada.
Yep.
And he's back in town. So we came over to the trap house. We watched the pay-per-view over there, and then we said, okay, we got to come over here where it's more quiet so we can call these F-boys.
We like that dedication right there.
Yeah, we love you guys,
Yeah, thanks, man. Ask Trey what he thought of coming through beautiful Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada, Dillinger country.
You're on speaker, baby.
Shit.
You can talk to him.
Niagara Falls, it was really nice. It's definitely a tourist town. Reminds me a lot of Gatlinburg.
Did you see the statue of Ty Dillinger down by Niagara Falls?
Yeah, he was holding up the 10. You couldn't miss it. You had two hands in the air holding up the 10.
No, when he becomes John Cena, sure, we'll see a statue when I'm living there.
So, what? So should we get into this pay-per-view? Who were the Gumps? And
I
who
guess.
were the
Man, I
heroes?
was so hyped for this.
Yeah.
How'd you love
It
that
was so
Luke Harper match?
Predictable. Tell me, you guys haven't seen SmackDown pay-per-view that is so unpredictable. Tell me.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, in the last 2 years since I've been watching wrestling. Okay,
Okay, since the brand split, probably not.
Yeah.
this was the most unpredictable. I was telling Trey before, I'm like, man, I don't know if Jinder or if Randy's gonna win. I don't know if Kevin Owens or if freaking Styles is gonna win. I really don't know. The
I think it was a
welcoming,
good card.
stupid as they are, I really didn't know if they would win or not.
But for as unpredictable of a pay-per-view as it was, it ended as predictable as it could have been.
Exactly. I told Trey the whole time, like, Jinder's gonna win, Cabby's gonna go in.
If only you could have saw my reaction. I jumped off the couch.
Hello?
Yeah, he ran around my room.
Wow, that's really a word that I shouldn't say on national YouTube television.
Might get fined $10,000 for that.
It was very gumpy of me, I know, but
There you go, Gumpy. There you go.
but yes, Jinder Mahal. Other than Jinder becoming the new face
I'm not
of
gonna
WWE,
lie.
what
I'm
else
not
did you
gonna
like?
lie though. I'm okay with it. I'm
I
okay
loved
with
it.
it. I know you loved it, you freaking goon.
Yeah, oh my god. You had no idea.
I talk to you on a daily basis. I know you loved it.
I had my hood over my eyes. I was not impressed.
Yeah, Kyle Cappy texts me. He goes, "Kyle's freaking butthurt." I'm like, "Shocker."
Yeah.
So besides that, what else did you like?
Well, I agree with you guys. Well, me and Trey both. We agree with you guys. AJ and Kevin Owens was the best match of the night.
Yep. Without a doubt.
I was a little disappointed in the way it ended, like you guys.
Oh. Hello?
I think we dropped.
I think we have a dropped call. Yep. It says we're on hold. They put us on hold.
Oh, look at them putting us on hold.
Are
eh?
you putting us on hold?
We're the No Holds Barred podcast.
Yeah.
We don't put people on hold.
No, okay. The call dropped.
It's
So
okay.
maybe
I
we'll
got
get back.
I got their timer stopped, so they're
Okay.
when they call back in, I got it.
But oh
The
man,
two Nashville boys calling in at the same time. The dual call right
the dual
there.
call. That's
Like
crazy.
it. First time on No Holds Barred.
And if you can hear us still, guys, call back into the show. I'll patch you
Just
through.
like Monday Night Raw, always talk about first time everything on No Holds Barred.
Yeah, I got the first time Extreme Rules Fatal 5-Way match. I still, I don't know. Okay,
the
I got
first ever lumberjack.
Yeah.
Or sorry,
All right, so they're calling back there. It's patching back.
first ever. Kendall
All right, I
Stick
think
on
they're
a pole
back.
match.
They back now? Hello. Hello. Skype's being terrible for them right now. Hello.
There we go. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry.
All
Mama
right.
Jones called. I guess I'm being too loud outside.
Oh,
Good old Mama Jones being corporate. But yeah, the
Yeah.
Owen Styles match, the ending was underwhelming. The match throughout was great.
Oh, we can hear the crickets in there, the background there.
Yeah, you got a little frog action. Me and Trey Pat are outside.
Doing a little frog gigging out here.
Yeah, right. We're in Tennessee. There ain't no frog gigging.
But yeah.
So what else do you want to talk about from this pay-per-view? What else do you want to get off your chest?
Well, we didn't even watch Luke Harper and Eric Rowan.
You need to. I went to the bathroom during that match. I didn't even see it.
So what happened? I heard Cappy
Luke
talking
Harper
about it.
won
What
with
happened?
was botched clothesline.
That was it.
Oh my God!
Highlight.
Who botched it? Rowan?
No, Harper just didn't turn around into a full clothesline. He just turned around and kind of just hit him, and he fell and won.
Wow.
It was bad. It was pre-show / main event / WWE Superstars / live event worthy.
Pretty much.
Okay, we've seen live events. My boy Heavy Machinery thought they were jobbers, but
Heavy Machinery.
Yeah, thing about them, I said it in my Sunday Night Heat episode yesterday. They're the next in line, apparently in talks of getting a tag team title shot.
yeah, they are.
With Authors of Pain.
You guys, Cappy can hate on them all they want to, but Heavy Machinery, the
They're
jobbers of the
next big
future,
thing.
jobbers of the future.
You heard me here first, guys. The first Heavy Machinery fans, right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as I get a shirt,
It's just like me with Braun Strowman. You guys all the time, oh, Braun Strowman. But I kept telling you, Braun Strowman's gonna be the shit. Okay.
And he is. He's
He
just
is, but
the,
now
he's the
he's
shit
on the
on the shelf.
So
Yeah,
did
well,
you guys
fuck.
like
You know
Shinsuke
what?
and
You know
Dolph
what?
opening
It's
the show?
all kayfabe, baby.
Yeah.
We'll see him at SummerSlam before.
Or Great Balls of Fire.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see him at Great Balls of Fire, but
Okay. Did you like Shinsuke and Dolph opening the show?
I think it wasn't bad just because everybody knew what the outcome was going to be.
right.
I think it should have been later in the show, in my opinion. I think it should have been third last.
I mean, it could
I
have been.
was shocked that it came first. I
I
told
was
Trey, I'm
shocked
like,
it was first.
I told him, I said, okay, AJ and Kevin are going to be the freaking headliner. If they don't, it's ridiculous.
I do agree with that. AJ Styles and Kevin Owens should have been the main event, but I wasn't terribly upset with Shinsuke opening up just because everybody knew Shinsuke was going to win.
Yeah.
And
there was actually
that's
articles
just-
I read today of Shinsuke Nakamura possibly losing to Dolph Ziggler in his first match, and I would have been like, why? What would that prove? Why does Dolph Ziggler
Right.
need to be Nakamura? Nakamura has to be put over.
Well, that's what we
so he can do
were
this
talking to
1 month
Trey's
thing.
dad, and he's all like, "Oh, Dolph's been in there for a long time. There's no way he's gonna win." I tried to bet him, just like WrestleMania, he wouldn't do it. And I'm like, "Yeah, because I know these new wrestlers, man. Shinsuke
Yeah.
ain't losing."
yeah, Tyler took $40 off my dad after WrestleMania.
Oh man, that's great. But yeah, it
Tyler
was a good
Breeze
match.
and Fandango.
I did like the tag team. Tag team was good. I didn't
was
like the way it
entertaining.
ended,
Very
obviously.
entertaining. Tyler
I
Breeze
was
is
rooting for
hilarious.
the fashion squad.
If you weren't rooting for the janitor, you're an idiot.
That was great. And
a
Grandma
stupid
Breeze.
idiot.
Grandma Breeze
Where he
did it
threw
for
the
me.
broom in his or the mop in his face. I was
Yeah.
dying.
How much did you love when they threw the dress at JBL?
Oh my god! I was like, "Yes, fuck you, JBL, you piece of shit. You are a woman."
And the crowd popped at it. They loved it. They
I know.
Usos bullying JBL, getting a taste of his own medicine. It was,
And then Byron afterwards going, "Oh, this is your size." I'm like, "Byron, you suck, but this is still funny."
Yeah. Byron's the one who kept it after. Shows you what he thought.
Right. I'm like, "You
course.
probably want to wear that."
Yeah, I think it was the closest he got to having a dress. Anyways, what did you think of that barn burner of a women's tag team match?
I barely watched it because Tamina Snuka reminds me so much of freaking dumb. I'm not like most girls.
Yep, that's about all that.
They
all
wear
that
the
needs
same
for a review.
clothes.
it was done. The match did nothing for me. There was no rumored
Match
heel
sucked.
I will-
turn. It was done.
I will say this though, boys, Carmella.
Unbelievable. I agree with you there. Baymala, baby.
I hated every woman in this match, so I really just didn't care.
I kept telling Trey's dad, I'm like, "Dude, Charlotte's gonna come out and, hello, Charlotte, I will destroy you."
Well, she will on Tuesday. Trust me. We're calling it Tuesday. She's gonna turn.
Something-
She's so robotic. I love JD, but still, he's right on. Even her wrestling is robotic.
I mean, Charlotte's a hell of an athlete, and I like her in-ring ability, but she's got to stop talking.
So you're gonna
like she's
tell
reading
me?
from
So
a
you're gonna
mic
tell me,
or
Brandon
script.
or Cappy? Excuse me, I apologize. I'm kayfabing. Cappy, you're gonna tell me that Naomi is a worse athlete than Charlotte.
No, Naomi is probably the best athlete they have.
Okay.
I didn't say that she wasn't. I just said she was a great athlete.
So of the 6, who is the better wrestler?
Nia Jax.
I want both of you to tell me that.
Out of Charlotte and Naomi?
Out of
all the 6.
I'm going to be biased as hell and say Carmella.
Well, you're an idiot,
Well, yeah,
so that doesn't shock me.
Can I say James Ellsworth?
No, you
Duh.
cannot.
Duh.
How great was Ellsworth's interference?
The
in this
pre-show with Booker T was
Oh,
awesome.
my God.
match? He called Booker T a homeboy. Like, that wasn't...
I know. You know how it is, homeboys. Yeah, homeboys are the people in the neighborhood.
Why didn't he
Homeboys.
ask Renee Young or Rosenberg?
I'm
what
like-
a
I'm like,
homeboy is?
Booker
He had to
T.
ask Booker T.
More than you are, man. Be quiet.
But anyway, I would say Charlotte is the best wrestler out of the 6. I'd say Naomi's more athletic.
I agree.
I don't know. Natalia. She's a really good wrestler.
Oh, our Canadian girl Natty. 2 paws.
The last of the
Getting
hard
a
night.
pay-per-view win.
Unlike
I don't
they
remember-
called Jared-
I don't remember the last time Natty got a pay-per-view win. This was like out of the blue. for
Yeah,
me.
I was thinking the same thing.
Good for Natty, I guess, but
She's
like I
definitely
said,
not the most
I'm not
athletic,
invested in
not even
any of these
close.
6 women, so I didn't give a rat's ass about this match. I cared
sure
more
you
about
didn't.
Ellsworth than I did these 6 women.
Of course. You
Yeah,
did.
because your 2 chicks are on Raw now, you freaking goon.
Well, I mean, you take it as you wish, but I mean, say what you want. Alexa Bliss being taken away from SmackDown hurt that SmackDown division.
Oh, I agree. Although, I don't know, man. I think Tamina Snuka can come in and kind of be that heel type. I mean, she's too much like, I'm not like most
she's
girls,
Nia
but...
Jax. That's what she is.
I don't think she can talk. I think she needs like Ellsworth as her manager. I think that'd
You,
be
her
great
and
having
Ellsworth together.
as her manager, and
Ew.
she'd be in the heavy.
Ellsworth can just get off TV, in my opinion. I just don't want him on TV.
How much longer does he have on his contract?
Hopefully, like 2 days.
Yeah, right. There goes
You're
Kyle
just not-
whining again.
See, Kyle should be corporate, man. He hates Jinder. He hates James Ellsworth. He hates all these guys.
Who the hell
Yeah,
likes
you know,
James
corporate-
Ellsworth? What the hell does he
corporate Kyle
do for
Schwarber.
TV?
Kyle Schwarber.
Kyle Schwarber.
James Ellsworth does nothing for ratings. Absolutely nothing.
Besides being a
Although,
Limp
dude, like I
Bizkit
told you,
wannabe.
my guy that runs an independent wrestling company in Missouri said that they sold the most, man.
He should
he's-
just stick
he's
to
hit.
indies. He does
Okay,
shit
yes.
in WWE.
You agreed.
Well, he beat
So-
AJ Styles twice.
3 times.
3 times.
With help. Dean Ambrose helped
Hey,
him.
doesn't matter.
Dean
I mean,
Ambrose with the help
he
with the
needs that much
ref.
help. On.
So, both of you, what were your top 3 matches of the night, if you had 3?
KO AJ number 1.
Yeah,
Number
I'll say the same.
number 2 Shinsuke Dolph.
No, I'm gonna go with Hinder, Steroid Mahal, and Randy Borrington.
Wow, that's a top match for you?
Yes, I do. I actually think it was a pretty good match.
I like.
I don't like the
surprise
ending, but I
factor
don't
at
like
the
the
end. I
ending
mean,
out
you
of
got
any of
everybody
them.
talking.
So
Yeah.
what?
I think it was just the ending for me that took it away. That was just insane.
But see, you always do that, Kyle. You're always like, "Oh, the ending sucked. It was
I
terrible."
don't think the ending was that bad.
No, I didn't say it was bad. I said it was shocking. It's a good shock factor.
That's why I
Right.
liked it,
I
because
just-
it got people talking about the ending of the pay-per-view.
Exactly, and it's gonna build it in India, which is what WWE wants.
I just think it was
they
a
can
boring
build-
match.
They
That's
can
just
build
my
their,
opinion.
Well, that's because
their
Randy
company
Borrington
around
was
their
in
2
it.
favorite guys, Roman Reigns and Jinder Mahal. There you go.
That's your favorite, guys.
That's brutal.
Yep.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And so, what was your 3rd favorite match? You have one?
But number 3 for me was the Fashion Police and the Usos.
Yeah, dude, I thought they were gonna have it. I thought the freaking Fashion Police was gonna get it.
I don't think this is going to be the end of this. I think they're going to stick with this, and they're going to get another rematch.
I think New Day is going to be
I-
involved
I
in this,
just-
though.
Yeah.
I disagree. I think that New Day is gonna come back and they're gonna be the new faces against those guys.
Nope, it'll be a 3-way triple threat.
I
tag team
disagree.
match.
Ooh,
I
I like the
disagree.
three-way
New Day,
idea.
Fashion
I'm with Trey
Police.
on that one.
They're gonna go triple. They're gonna go triple threat on the next Raw match.
Raw.
Yep, they're gonna go. The next Raw match is gonna be the Hardys versus Sheamus and Cesaro versus whoever the hell else they decided to throw in there. Probably the Ascension because they
Golden
deserve it.
Truth.
Yeah,
Ascension
right.
and
Golden
Golden
Truth
They're
is
not
Truth.
broke.
together anymore. They're broken up.
Don't remind me.
So, what was your worst match of the night?
Worst match?
Let's see.
Easy
We
for
didn't
me.
watch Harper and Rowan, so I can't count that.
You should count it.
It's got to be the women's match.
Yeah, probably the 6 tag team.
6-woman tag. Oh.
Yeah, it was shit. Straight shit.
Did you like Dillinger in English?
We actually didn't watch that. We were trying to figure out our stuff at Dre's house.
Just go on
I
YouTube.
got
It'll
home
be
like
on the
30
YouTube.
minutes. I got home from Canada like 30 minutes before this pay-per-view started.
Oh.
They always put the
Look at
kickoff matches on YouTube, so go back and watch it. It was actually pretty interesting.
Was it good?
It was good for a pre-show match.
And Aiden English cut a promo.
You got to listen to Aiden English's song heel promo that he cut.
Right. Cappy texted me before and was like, "Oh, look at this." I'm like, "I don't know what you're talking about, so I'm not gonna text you back."
The
but...
Maestro of Mayhem. I loved it.
So who's Ty feud with next?
Yeah, come on there, Niagara Falls.
So he had a Talking Smack promo after, and he mentioned, he's like, well, if a guy like Jinder Mahal can win the WWE title like that, why can't I? And then he also cut a small promo about
You're
him being,
drunk.
Hang on. He cut a promo that before he left. He cut a promo about him possibly being in the Money in the Bank ladder match.
Ooh, I could see that.
It doesn't matter. Rusev
I could
is
see
winning
that. Rusev's winning that though.
Wow, that's a biased Nashville
It's
Predators
okay.
fan
Okay.
pick over
Okay.
there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the biased Ty Dillinger pick.
We were talking.
biased?
We were talking before. I said okay.
I'll say I'm
Rusev
biased. I'm picking
win
Ty
it,
Dillinger.
and then when Sami Zayn won the match against Corbin, I said okay. Now I can see Sami Zayn winning it and being the next DB.
I
but I
completely
think that
forgot about
Sami
Sami
Zayn
Zayn
is
and
going to be the
Corbin.
next. I think Sami Zayn is going to be DB in about a year and a half to 2 years.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. I completely forgot about Zayn and Corbin. I've had too much Crown Royal.
I'm going with the biased pick of Ty Dillinger. I really don't care. Or Corbin.
You're drunk. Ty Dillinger's he's done shit in NXT for 3 years. They're not going to let him do shit in fucking SmackDown.
Yeah, they will. We'll see it.
No, they're not.
I like the pick of Rusev though, because that's what I went with. I think Rusev's gonna probably.
I'm going Rusev and Money in the Bank. Trey and me are going to try to go to St. Louis for that garbage match, and I hope
Oh, you
Rusev
have to
wins it
enter
because
that city.
Fred's fan to hell.
Yeah, you have to enter the.
You guys
city
gotta
of the
watch. You
St.
guys gotta
Louis
wear your
Blues.
Nashville jerseys walking to that city.
Oh,
Oh,
I've
my
already
God,
told
yeah.
you, if I'm going to WrestleMania with you two, Fred's jersey is going to be there for everything.
Oh man,
Hey,
That's
by the
great.
way, the duty store is the greatest thing on earth.
I told you
Yeah.
about the duty-free store.
Yeah.
Trey bought 2 things of huge liquor for half the price it is in America. I was
Right?
shocked.
You're welcome for our Canadian dollar being so bad.
And dude, they didn't even tax him at the border. He told them and they didn't tax him at the
Yeah,
border.
I got
Wow.
through customs without even getting taxed.
Wow.
For you listeners out there, Trey Patterson, please tell them firsthand how bad our dollar is. How much money did you actually have, like extra, when you brought up your American money?
Well, I came and when I crossed over, I gave the whatever customs people $75 US, and then they gave me like 110 Canadian.
There you go. There you go.
So
You guys want to know how bad our dollar is and why it is so painful
Get an
for us
extra
to buy stuff in the WWE shop?
$45. You
There
guys
you go,
suck.
right
Yep.
and then like everywhere we went, like Uber, breakfast, anything, they would charge us like $35. We'd swipe the MasterCard, it would only charge us like 20.
There you
God.
go.
So I told Trey I've decided that, okay, I now need to move to Niagara Falls, New York, and that way I can just come see you guys whenever I want to because you're 5 to 10 miles away.
You can walk
and then
across
I
the border.
live in America.
Now, you don't want to live in Niagara Falls, New York. Anybody who listens do not live in Niagara Falls, New York.
Okay, what if I live in Buffalo and I'm a season ticket holder and I get half-season tickets?
Bitches come
Well, then
Buffalo.
I'll have to stock you for those tickets. But yes, that'd be good.
Well, that's why I said I'm going to get 2 tickets so that you can come with me to most of the games.
Perfect.
By the way, Buffalo is the ugliest fucking city I've ever driven through.
All right, that's enough out of you, Trey. Tyler, you want to add anything to the last 2
Well,
minutes
no,
you got
Akron,
here?
Ohio was even worse. Akron, Ohio was really bad.
No, we basically
Hey,
covered the
Ohio
pay-per-view.
is worse than anything in the world I've ever
Cleveland
seen.
was actually pretty nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to ask you guys something. Did you guys watch TakeOver on Saturday night?
I thought NXT was 10 times better than Backlash, and I was shocked because I thought Backlash would be better.
I celebrated a little too hard after the Preds won, and I passed out and didn't get to watch.
Trey, you need to go back and you need to watch the UK Championship match because so far for me it's match of the year.
The
No, I
UK
already heard.
Championship
I
match
saw on
was
Twitter.
great.
I
But
saw on Twitter. It
I
was
did
great.
tell him to watch the ending of the whole thing because I said you have to watch it so I can talk to you about
Yeah,
it.
I saw the heel. Or I saw the heel turn. I was
So I suggest you go back and watch it. It was, it beat
Yeah,
Backlash
he
out of the water.
It.
the
Yeah.
bruiserweight.
The Bruiserweight is the shit. I was watching Pred's game, and even then I switched over to NXT because they were talking about it. And I'm like, okay, I got to watch.
No, I'm gonna go back and watch the whole show tomorrow.
Yeah, you better go back and watch TakeOver because it was besides the women's match. The women's matches this weekend were underwhelming, but other than
That's
that,
what I
the
was-
rest of the shows were good.
Yeah, I told him about the stupid Asuka and Nikki Cross hot ass match, but
Well, whenever Ember Moon got hurt, everybody knew that match was going to be shit.
all right, boys, we're rolling at about 20 minutes. I'm gonna get off here
Alrighty.
so some other glorious Greg douchebags can get on there. So I'll talk to you guys later.
Wow,
man.
you really want this feud with Glorious Greg, don't you, Ty? You really want to bury him like you buried Irrelevance.
Look, man, I took Irrelevance, I threw him into the ground, and I buried him about 30 feet deep. So I'm taking Greg about 50
Can you
feet
give him a
deep.
roar, please?
R.I.P.
I'll give you a roar.
Yeah, do it. Hey, and you better bring my what back too, you little bastard.
Yeah, I'll bring the what in too. I gotta still add it.
Thanks for
I
calling
heard
in,
Cappy say
Nashville
it earlier,
boys.
and I'm like, oh, you guys aren't using it enough.
Yeah. All right. We
All right, boys,
appreciate
love you.
the,
We'll be listening
the dedication of switching houses to call into the show right there.
Yeah, we love you, boys.
Well, it's only like 3 houses down the road.
Yeah, we're literally right next door. All
All right. You guys enjoy the rest of the
right, love you, boys. Have a good night.
Yeah, take
All
care.
right,
There you go.
see you later. So, another interesting call from our boys in Nashville, who hopefully will get to go to Money in the Bank in St. Louis if they don't get shot
Yeah.
wearing their Preds jerseys.
It was okay. It's an interesting call.
Always entertaining with those guys.
Yeah, very, very entertaining. So thank you for that. Don't know if we have any more calls coming in. Oh, Greg's laughing in the chat. He heard all that.
Yeah.
The war between you two guys is great.
Greg, you got a new feud starting, man.
Oh man, I'm exhausted. Like literally, I died halfway through that conversation. It's such a long weekend of wrestling, and putting the 2 shows out, and even tonight, and we have to wake up early. We have a huge event tomorrow. We're going to Collecticon. If you guys don't know, I've heard us talking about that before.
Picking up some figs tomorrow.
Going to get some WWE action figures tomorrow at this big Collecticon. It's basically a big event of collectors coming together, and
Bunch of hockey,
hockey, wrestling.
bobbleheads, stuff
There's
like
the
that.
odd wrestling here and there, which we like to go and check it out, but we have to wake up extremely early tomorrow for that. And now we're cutting at 12:40 our time. I think we just might end the show, and I'm thinking about doing a call-in show sometime in the next couple of weeks, guys. Like a just straight-up call-in show throughout the entire show. So stay tuned for that.
But we'll try to keep doing these right after the pay.
It's tough today. I don't know. I'm hitting the wall hard right now. I don't think I can take a couple of calls. I had like 2 or 3 more calls lined up here. I don't think I can do it, guys. I'm about to pass out on the mic here. So basically, what we're gonna do is next show. So whoever is left to call in, the next 2 callers here I have in the Skype, you'll be the first 2 on our next show. So I'll remember this, and I'll remember the end of this, and remember me talking right now. So if I forget, because I'm half asleep right now, you'll remember the first 2 next callers. If you're listening right now, I think it's Mason Dunbar and someone else here. You'll be the first 2 callers on our all call-in show, which will be happening very soon, so stay tuned. And that, a lot more content coming to our YouTube channel, guys. So go check us out on YouTube. Subscribe to us on YouTube. A lot of more content coming to that. And we're also available on Spreaker, iTunes, and Stitcher, so go check us out everywhere on those things, ladies and gentlemen. So
Those outlets.
that's going to do it for the Backlash review, ladies and gentlemen, right here on No Holds Barred Wrestling Podcast. We're your Canadian-based WWE podcast that discusses about the WWE and No Holds Barred and anything we say, pun intended. Every week we have our show, The Lowdown Show, where we talk about Monday Night Raw and Tuesday Night SmackDown and review it right here on Spreaker at Spreaker.com/NHBWP or on the Spreaker app, available for all Android and Apple devices. And after we're done recording, especially this episode, it is put on Spreaker in full. And it's also put on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/NHBWR, and also on iTunes and Stitcher Radio. So go check us out wherever it's easier and convenient for you to listen to us. We are available on Twitter at NoHoldsBarredWP, so follow us and join in on the conversation. As always, you can have your thoughts and questions read right here on the show. We are also available on Facebook and Instagram, so go give us a follow on both of those and give us a 5-star rating on iTunes. All that jazz, guys. Follow us on YouTube, all that. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, the self-proclaimed greatest host, Kyle Masters, joined by my corporate co-host. He is the blissful boss, Mr. Corporate himself, Corporate Cappy.
Corporate rest of the weekend.
Have a corporate rest of the long weekend, guys, and enjoy it, and we'll see you next time.